Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. This is the Elite Mach 5. These were the bow back when I was young. These were so expensive, no one could afford them. Everyone used to shoot the cast risers because then you can only just afford them, right? There was probably a couple of these being shot in the state by the people who thought they were really rich or people who weren't very good with money. So, a bit about this bow. Machine riser, very nice machining by PSE. This is all fancy. Anodizing, like this bow's 40 odd years old and the anodizing is still amazing, in amazing condition. Limb pockets, look at these limb pockets. They cover the riser. Now, what I would like on here is a limb locking system. Like, it's too late because obviously Pete Shepley is left. I would have liked a limb locking system on here, like you see on the Hoyts of that era. These limbs were a carbon limb. They kind of went fatter here. This is the PSE limb of its time. Now, with the PSE limbs, this whole pocket here moves out, but on the cheaper ones, this would come out. So you can actually only adjust the limb a little bit, but this is a more expensive bow, so that's not the way it is. Cable slide, carbon cable rod. Look, this is kind of nice. The grip is kind of, it's a higher grip. It's a plastic grip. The arrow rest, now I'm going to talk about that. Back in this time, they had their own arrow rests. So they clipped on. So this was a cutaway. And I'm going to show you around this side. You can see it clips in nicely. This is a Golden Key style arrow rest, which Golden Key was the big arrow rest manufacturer of the time. He had micro adjustment up and down and left and right and up and down. PSE of the time had their own sight mount, so you can see a little black plastic mount under here, so you can fit a standard sight to it. But PSE had their own sight, so you could sort of lock in, so basically made it more secure. The cams were these little round wheels, and you could adjust the draw length through moving the cams. This is set on maximum draw length, I'm told, at 29 inches. You can shorten it by moving the cams. You need a bow press to do that. On the back, you can also adjust the draw length and poundage on here. Increasing the draw length increases the poundage. Shortening the draw length reduces the poundage. But these were, so ballpark price back in the day. So back in the 90s, probably these were $1,500. That was 3 years of my salary working in Woolworths. So just put things in perspective. I worked at $5 an hour and I worked 4 hours on a Saturday. So let's have a shot and see what this bow feels like. I'd expect the limbs are very up and down. People shot amazing scores with this. Terry Ragsdale shot amazing scores with this bow, as did many people. But I expect to feel a fair bit of shock with it forward. This was the bow to shoot because it was seen to be long, big brace height, so easy to aim, less shaking, less vibration, smooth drawing. This was meant to be the bow to shoot at the time. Like I said, I never shot one because they were way out of my price bracket. So you pull back, it's quite smooth, and when it comes to the end, you can't really feel the valley. Now, what's interesting, like I said, this is the top of the end target sight bow, right? They fitted this rubber peep sight to pull the peep sight straight. Because back in this day when this bow was made, the strings weren't very good and they used to rotate a bit. So basically you used to spend a bit of time getting the peeps to sort of settle in. You know, you'd shoot it for a bit and then adjust the peep. They've just done this to be quick fix, right? Because they couldn't be bothered. But back in the days, in the 1990s and 1980s, you would spend a bit of time getting the peep to shoot in, right? It wasn't you just pulled it out and shot it and it was always good like it is today. It wasn't like this back then. The strings used to stretch, they used to move, and it would take time for the strings to settle in. And the strings were often made by hand. So the grip I really like. It's very comfortable. We're going to make this shot. I like the draw cycle. It's very smooth. This bow will be slow. Right, so there's a bit of jumping forward, but it wasn't, definitely not an unpleasant feeling. I think I would shoot quite well with this bow, because it's got that feeling that when you shoot it jumps forward. Now PSE replicated that with the Supras of the modern era. They haven't gone for parallel limbs because target shooters want to feel the bow sort of moving forward and breaking away from you when you shoot. So this bow, like in all my time of selling archery gear, this is the first one of these has ever come in for sale in the shop. So it's a bit unique. Here people put pencil marks in here so you can see if the limbs moved. Because when you shoot a lot, the limb bolts would wind out, and because you've got no limb locking, they used to put the little pencil marks in there if you can see, so you can see if the limbs have actually moved. But this bow is 49 pounds, very, very easy draw cycle. So it feels like a 30-pound bow in today's market because these cams are so smooth, but feels good, looks great. And this is a bow you can maintain because these are full fast flight systems. You can put the 452X strings on them. It's not like the bows with steel cables where you can't get the steel cables today. So this is a bow that if you want to shoot with fingers, the bare bow, it's fantastic. If you just want to shoot an old school bow that was cool of that era, this is ideal, but still a fantastic bow, and there's not going to be many of the Machs around. These were very exclusive bows, very top end. And yeah, it was only the few had one of these. These were the bee's knees. Anyway, but 2 PSE stickers. How cool is that? Why did they put 2 PSE stickers? I don't know. It's like you can't have enough PSE stickers. And look, that sticker's 40 odd years old and still good. The limbs are good. I'm going to say with these limbs, they're not under much tension. So a big long mass and not under much tension. So you're not going to break PSE limbs like these limbs because they're just not under enough tension. But I'm going to say the axles. So they make the limbs. They put these little caps over the ends. So if you dry fire the limbs, you didn't break the limbs. They do that kind of now on many bows. I'm going to say Darton. Matthews have got like this type of system built onto them. So this was done to reinforce the limb at this point here because limbs used to crack down the middle, so they used to reinforce them here. So anyway, that's the PSE Mach 5. Now we looked this up. The last one we saw sold on eBay was in America for $270 US. So in Australia about $400. So 7 hand. Thanks for watching. Bye.